Hello everyone, I'm Aditi Dubey, and I'm thrilled to be here with you today to kick off this journey into the wild, messy, and fascinating world of cancer biology. So let's dive right in with the big question. What is cancer? At its core, cancer is what happens when our cells, the tiny building blocks of our bodies, go rogue. Normally, our cells are well behaved citizens. They grow when they are supposed to, divide in an orderly way, and even die off when their job is done. It's like a perfectly choreographed dance. But cancer is when the dance turns into chaos. It's uncontrolled cell growth, cells dividing like they have forgotten the rules, piling up into clumps we call tumors, and sometimes causing havoc in the body. That's the key difference. Normal cells follow instructions, cancer cells don't. They are the rebels of the cellular world. Now, why does this happen? The answer lies in our DNA, the instructions manual inside every cell. Cancer starts when something goes wrong with that manual. Imagine you are following a recipe, but someone spills coffee on it, smudging the words. Suddenly, bake at 350 degrees becomes bake forever, and you have got a mess. That's what DNA mutations are like. These are changes or mistakes in the genetic code that tell a cell, hey, keep growing, don't stop, or ignore the signals to die. Some of these mutations happen by chance as cells divide over time, while others get triggered by things like cigarette, smoke, or too much sun. Whatever the cause, these mutations flip a switch, turning a normal cell into a cancerous one. It's not instant, it's a slow build-up, like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up more mistakes until it's out of control. And here is where it gets tricky. Cancer doesn't always stay put. One of the scariest words in my field is metastasis. That's when cancer spreads, like a weed sending seeds to new parts of your garden. A tumor might start in and say, the lung, but then some of those raw cells break off, hop into the bloodstreams or lymphatic system, and set up shop somewhere else, like the liver or bones. This is why cancer is so hard to treat. You might catch it in one spot, but if it's already sent out explorers, you are not playing whack a mole with a disease that steps ahead. Metastasis turns a local problem into a full body challenge. And it's why we researchers spend sleepless nights trying to figure out how to stop it. Let me take you back to how I got hooked on this puzzle. When I was a grad student, I remember my first real encounter with cancer research. I was shadowing a lab tech, and we were looking at slides of breast cancer cells under a microscope. I had seen cells before, but these were different, chaotic, crowded, almost alive with defiance. The tech pointed to one cluster and said, that's a tumor that's already spread. I asked, how do we stop it? She just shrugged and said, that's what we are all trying to figure out. That moment stuck with me. I saw those cells not just as a slide, but as a challenge, a mystery I wanted to solve. It was personal too. My aunt had battled cancer a few years before, and I kept thinking, if we'd known more, could we have helped her? That's when I knew this was my path. So, that's a starting point. Cancer as uncontrolled growth, sparked by DNA gone awry with the potential to spread and complicate everything. Next time, we'll dig into the cell cycle, how it's supposed to work, and how cancers throw a wrench in it. For now, think about this. Every cancer starts with one tiny cell that decides to break the rules. How do we catch it before it writes its own story? That's the question driving me, and hopefully, it will spark something in you too. See you at the next lecture.